and it's the more that you go out from District 1 further out, there's less people, and you notice that the people like have got Irish names or they're so-called black out in the outer districts, and as you go into the central, it's just freaks, it's Edomites, you know, just that. Yeah.
And the same thing they showed you that that's Esau's blueprint for every city. Like they showed you that shit in
time.
In time, yeah, you knew. In time, because they showed you as you got in, then people were more relaxed, took their time with everything. Outside of that, everyone's running up and down, man.
It costs you more as well to go further in.
Sorry?
It costs you more. Justin Timberlake, when he was going through, every barrier he went through, every zone, it cost him more money.
That's it.
And I remember what the woman said to him when he went into the central race. He said, "You're not from here." He said, "Why?" Because you're running everywhere.
You're walking too fast. And that was just because of his upbringing. So that's the same thing. They're gonna have it where, you know, whoever's in these set sections, and that's even on another level of gentrification, man. Why are they gentrifying the different places so they can push out certain people and design it a certain way? Remember when they had 28 weeks later? Idris Elba was one of the generals. Idris Elba was one of the generals on the movie, and they basically said they cordoned off the city of London, basically. So they showed you they were in St. Paul's Cathedral near the Thames and all that. Then they had people just slightly more out, say like about, weren't even that far out, but say like, for example, like it could be like Hackney or Islington or something like that, or like Greenwich, or like somewhere like that, a bit further out, Zone 3 or something. But they would still be, that shit was basically, they forgot about it, said fuck that, man. And just before you say that, and a point to that, what they do with Stratford after they had the Olympics, they upgraded the zone from Zone 3 to Zone 2. Why is that? Because Zone 1 and 2 hold a certain type of esteem, a clout amongst the people.
Same thing in the movie.
So they're doing that for a reason. There's a reason why they're pushing everyone out, and they're gonna make it where a man, you know, shall desire to leave the city and not be able. So that it works both ways. They're gonna, going back to 28 weeks later, that everyone inside the quarantine zone that basically was sanctioned to be in there, they lived in there. But then they had everyone else outside, and they're basically exterminating them at will. You know? I'm gonna say something.
I was gonna say, when you look at the old maps of London, how it was created, they started from the very middle, branching out, and that's why you have certain places that are actually like gates, like for example Moorgate, Bishopsgate. There actually used to be actual boundaries before they start, and the rest of it was just fields. That's why areas like Shoreditch, Hackney, they used to be Shoreditch, Finsbury Park, they were all fields, and even going out to Zone 4 where I used to live, Edmonton. Every like avenue is called Pasture Gardens. It's got gardens in the name because going out to Enfield, it was all woods. These were all woods. You know, and then that's how they started to branch out bit by bit, and that's what they're doing.
Woodstock. I know you're gonna say it. Woodstock.
I forget this route, but walk is wood or something, and the other half is so it basically means wood store.
And even my area, Barking, that means place in a birch tree. If you go over there, it's just loads of birch trees. That's the white one. So, like all of these places, I'm sure if you look into them, they have some kind of, you know, a name that alludes to, you know, that point you mentioned. So they have it, you know, they have it in mind that they want everything built a certain way, and that's why the scriptures said. But you see, the Lord just says it one little thing, but it means an abundance of, it means a lot. There's a lot to it, man.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride that the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, so guys, let's play on the germ warfare. Let's say there's an outbreak of a disease or something like that. Now what's gonna happen? A lot of shops are gonna shut down and say, look, I don't want no one coming in here and giving me no money. Or even, I mean, money's gonna be out the window anyway. Let's say about trading, bartering for something. I don't want these people bartering with me because I don't know where their hands are with, right? That you could be, what they call that shit, man? When someone's carrying the contagious? Contagious, but there's actually
Harboring.
Harbour, or there's another word, but
Carrier.
a carrier. I believe it's a carrier. Like a carrier, you like the, you know how you get people that can have the disease on them, but they don't get it, if you know what I mean. But it's
like
The whole.
it's not active. It's not active, basically.
yeah,
What did you call it?
yeah. There's a word for it. But you can have people like that, right? So they're gonna be, everyone's gonna be on edge to be like, you know what? I'm gonna hold on to my water supply, my food supply. I'm not gonna do that. And guess what that's gonna create? You're gonna have people that are gonna be like, you know what? This person don't wanna let us have their food and water. Let's go in there and take it. Or there might be queues and they allocate a ration for everyone. But they're gonna have bandits say, you know what? Let's just go and take everything, man. You know? And that's the human nature. You see people waiting for a bus, man. They'll be ready to run you over just to get on that bus and sit down on a chair before you. Best showing of that. You go Central Line, rush hour, when the rat race is full on in effect, people are ready to step over each other, man. And that's just to get to work. To work a job they don't even enjoy doing anyway. Alright? Let's talk about people with empty bellies now. What do you think they're prepared to do? Read that scripture again.
It says, I'm doing that real quick. It says, this is back in 2nd Ezra's, the 15th chapter. It says, and the 19th verse, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
You have no pity upon you. He ain't gonna have no pity. Why? Because he's gonna be like, look, man, first off, my belly's up. If this man is by themselves, they're gonna say, look, I need to eat. I ain't ate. If you know about Maslow's hierarchy, it says there's a pyramid of different needs, right? At the base of it is the ability to breathe, the ability to drink water, the ability to sleep, the ability to eat. These are the base things for a man. If you don't have them going on under Maslow's hierarchy, you're not able then to work your way up the ladder. So no one ain't, until, like, if someone ain't eating, someone ain't sleeping right, if they're waking up from sleep, their belly doing backflips, their mind is gonna be doing, all they're gonna think is food. It's gonna be like Tom and Jerry when Tom sees Jerry as a chicken, like a hot chicken or something. That's what it's gonna be like, right? So read that again.
It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
It said a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and that's gonna come into effect. Because of things like, again, going back to we're going through the disease warfare, for the RFID chip, which the mark of the beast to come into play. This is human nature, right? Maslow's hierarchy, why is that around? Because what you don't understand, the elites of this society, the so-called Rothschilds, Rockefellers, the banking elites, they have a thing called a think tank, all right? Where they allocate a certain amount of funds to the greatest skilled students, greatest minds in the country. They'll bring them together for a think tank, where they'll bring all those minds together and bring forth, a situation, an issue at hand, and they will have those minds mull over the situation and bring about the best solution to that. And that's why you have things like Maslow's hierarchy. I'm going to butcher this word, anthropology. Study of man.
Oh,
why is that? Because they want to understand the nature of man, so they can manipulate it for the benefit of their enterprise.
Post World War II was that when you had a lot of those guys basically doing research into the. Yeah, and there was a guy, the father of psychology. I always forget his name.
Freud? Sigmund Freud. Yeah.
And then you had his nephew as well.
Yeah.
And all of that was all about how to manipulate people, how people work. And
they do the study of man. Study of man. That's what psychology is all about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they've actually got like courses like, I remember like, like that whole id-ego concept of, and even that whole off concept Esau's got about how you try and marry your mother and a woman. They study man. They study man. That's why even a lot of these so-called terrorist threats, like they had one in central London, Oxford Street, a while ago, when there was apparently 2 people fighting on the train. Personally, I believe in the spirit. They tried that out to just see how people would react. And the people,
it was a mission.
False flag,
false flag. What they call experiments to see how people react to the situation.
And the people are sheeple, because what everyone done is that they run down Regent Street, because people like like people in this society, one thing they do is that they have a sheepish nature. Everyone just conforms and does the exact same thing that everyone else is doing. So if they see a bunch of people running in that direction, and that must be the safest place to go. We're gonna go that way. You know what I mean? You know, they all the shops shut down. People were running up into the shop, like, and then really and truly, no one, like, ultimately, no one knew what to do. You had all sorts of different people. You had atheists to Satanists, and they were all on some, yeah, Jesus. Oh fuck, and that's what people get, like, religious, so to speak, quote unquote, when shit gets real.
Yeah.
You know? It says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
Yeah, so you're gonna have people, they're gonna go to their arms. So they're gonna find a way to basically kill the people that are in the way of their belly, all right? To basically fill their belly. And then also, well, let's not forget the disease warfare being in play. You're gonna have also people are gonna be, you know, they're around someone and they show you these movies, man. Zombie movies and all these different disease warfare type movies. They kill that person that's got the contagion, man. So you have the people, these are different things that they put in place to basically bring out the worst in people. And really for the culling of the people as well, man. They want to cull down the people from 8 billion people on the face of the earth to 500 million, man. That's 7.5 billion people they're gonna kill, man. That ain't no joke. So that's a lot of death and a lot of blood in these streets, you know?
It says, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah.
For great tribulation, because there's going to be a lot of hell out here, man. People are going to be catching all sorts of ills. Because as well, even on the level of your biology, you need water and food to survive. There's only so long that you can survive without water. Your the majority of your body is water, contains water, man. Even your brain
won't function.
Your brain won't function. Your brain won't function, man, because you need water to survive, man. You know what I mean?
Anyway,
like, and ultimately speaking, man, a lot of these jakes out here anyway already. Not only are they going to be deprived of natural elements like food and water, you're going to be deprived of that crackhead chicken, that soda pop. Because you know, like a lot of Jake are, no, but seriously, bro, a lot of Jake are addicted to like Lucozades and Coca-Colas and all of that shit. So when that shit is taken away from you and you can't freely access that shit, you know those kind of jakes that are addicted to sugar and and pork and all of those demonic, like, and aspartame, Jake that are, you know, and all whatever that shit, and them E numbers that they're putting in all of them sweets and McDonald's and the caffeines, Jake are gonna go crazy. Like those jakes that can't function unless they've had a cigarette or smoked some weed, they're gonna go crazy, man. You know, because there's certain jakes like that. Like literally, you might be at work with a certain jake and every 10 minutes he's taking a smoking break or something. Oh, fuck it. Constantly, you know? Yeah, come.
Animalistic.
Finishing that. This is Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Every time you switch on your TV, there's always some anarchy going on, always, inevitable. Like, there's probably there's an untold number of riots and uprisings of the people all across the four corners of the earth. And it's not just among Jacob and Esau, all of the nations got it going on. Moab have it right now in Hong Kong and China. You got it to where among Ishmael, they're constantly fighting against Esau. You got Esau amongst his own people, Jake naturally. Like all the nations upon the face of the planet Earth right now, man, have anarchy going on. Because ultimately speaking, this so-called white man, Esau Edom, he sets the example. Because he's in power at the moment, man. And so all of these other nations pretty much are in disarray because really it's Esau Edom. Really, it's in most cases infiltrating the societies, man. You know, perpetrating that wickedness.
He says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
And that's all Esau's agenda. Because for the longest, and even up to this day, Esau had people believing that you literally had Ishmaelites that had access to all kind of mad, crazy weapons, like shepherd herders turned fucking like, you know, SSA troops that were able to fly planes into buildings, and you know, were like, you know, but also, and yes, of course, you got militias, you do have militias amongst Israel, but really and truly, you really think a bunch of Arabs, camel herders, flew like whatever airport they have over there, and flew over American radar, avoided all the fighter jets, and just flew 2 planes into towers, and like, you know, like,
how much money did America spend on the fucking their defense, man? Someone look up how much money they were spending in America in 2001 on warfare, on their defense systems.
You said that, and I believe on that same day, I believe that it was the secretary or whatever of the defense system, he shut it down on that day before it happened. So why did they do that? So they knew what was going to happen. It was an inside job. 9/11.
What was that? How you said to check? You said check America's.
9/11.
America's.
You guys back in history.
Oh, you need to check out there.
Defense
How much
system.
America's spent on a defense system?
2000, which is on low.
You can't even write that number down.
Since 2001.
Yeah.
Luke's gonna check it.
You can't even write that number down. But and let's not forget that America is a Christian country. I gotta put it in there.
We are Christians.
Spirit, you mentioned Christians.
Yeah, man.
Get the hell out of here, you terrorists.
These guys want us to they want to rebuke the Hebrew Israelites. Here it is. These guys are all Christians building weapons of mass destruction, man. Scatter bomb. You know what a scatter bomb is, man? They just drop. They're supposed to be illegal, but they got them. They just drop that. Just blows up. It's indiscriminate. It just blows up everything.
When they made them illegal.
A few years back, you know.
I remember they were
using
them in the 90s.
They were using them, but it's technically a human rights violation to use them ones. They got all kind of weapons. The Esau, that's what Esau's really good at, man, making weapons, man. You watch that program on National Geo, whatever, National Science, Future Weapons. Esau get hard, man. Esau get a hard dick when he starts talking about them tanks and all that new weaponry that they're making, man.
Enough of it, man. That's it.
You got that? You had a precept on that?
Not on that, no.
Yeah, but that shows you they're hypocrites. They come up to the Hebrew Israelites. We can't use the word fuck. We can't talk about you heathens going into slavery. Everything we say has to be, you know, marshmallows and cupcakes. Meanwhile, you got a military that's just got weapons that could destroy the whole earth. Now imagine if they found out the Hebrew Israelites even had a gun, they'll lose their minds. Oh, come on, these guys, they got guns, you know, they're violent. Meanwhile, they'll support the troops. They'll support the American army. It's mad.
Isaiah 47 and 1 as well.
Yeah, they wouldn't mind if we joined the American army. They wouldn't have nothing to say. You know, this is dickheads.
This is Genesis 27:39, lesson of Esau and Isaac, and it says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Yeah, Esau is the father of violence, man. Like, our people be violent, man. But Esau, he dominates violence, man. That's why our people don't fuck with Esau, man. If you look at how hard these niggas are, niggas don't fuck with Esau like that. Talking all that shit. Look, man, they ain't fucking with Trident like that, man. When Trident come through, Trident, they're the predator and you're the prey. That's how the game's getting played. Everybody knows that. When the SWAT team comes through, who's the prey and who's the predator? You know, when's the last time you seen one of these gang niggas just roll up on where the SWAT team be at? Just kick down the door, throw some tear gas in there, start
dumping off
on the SWAT teams. Hell no. They ain't trying to do that. They scared of Esau, man. They ain't trying to. Nah. They'll kick in your door, no problems.
Yeah.
No problems all day. They'll kick your door down, shoot your woman in the face.
All of that, man.
They'll go hard. Jake will go hard, man. All that shit they speak on them lyrics, yeah? But then Esau's sitting up there drinking coffee and playing Connect 4, waiting to get the order to come to your house. That's the truth, right? Are we lying? These dudes are prey out here. So Esau is really the top done out here when it comes to violence, when it comes to badness. Esau's running that.
Badder than bad.
Tell me I'm lying. All you guys here throwing up postcodes. You ain't. When's the last time you went down to Scotland Yard and really put in some work? Them dudes ain't worried about you in their ends.
Yeah, that's not the riots, isn't it? They attack everything but the police station.
Yo, they ain't no, but you ain't trying to go nowhere near Scotland Yard. You ain't even thinking about that.
Whoever the top goon is, he should have gone up there with a utility belt.
Yeah. Listen to that. I was listening to the other day, 6-7. Them niggas must have said free like 50 different niggas, man. I swear.
Why ain't they caused a riot and broke out?
Why they go get them niggas, man?
Yeah.
Go get them, man. Because if you kidnap one of Esau's boys, Esau want me on the TV talking about free this and free that. Them dudes.
Paratroopers would be coming into the house.
Oh man.
Stringing down the fucking rope.
But that just shows you who's running things. He's the master of the sword right now. Esau runs that whole game. When it comes to badness, I know the media were making it like Jake's running that. Really, Esau's on a different level when it comes to violence and badness, man. Esau would take you out clean. Yeah? He's been doing that. He's been doing that since the troop overcame Gad. Gatling gun and all that. Go on.
This is Habakkuk 2. I'll start from 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of a land, of a city. And
Esau done been drilling, man. You talking about drilling? Esau, what do you think Christopher Columbus was doing? My man said he couldn't put his sword down. He went over to the Americas and he was just drilling. Esau got some nerve. Yo, that death rate was crazy. Man depopulated the island of Hispaniola. Or was it Puerto Rico? That might be both. You know what it takes to do that, man? Just drilling.
Yeah, Santo Domingo.
Them conquistadors that went over to Mexico and that, what were they doing when they got over there? Drilling. They didn't care. Man, woman, child, dog, puss, cat, anything. Dead.
You gotta call Columbus the godfather of drill.
Yeah, he's a real driller, man. He stayed with that. He was dipping.
Dipping man down.
Yeah, there were accounts, they were testing the sharpness of their blades on people, man. Christians too. Good Christians. Wholesome, good Christian folk. Testing out the sharpness of their blades on people. So Esau already done know. So psychologically, as bad as Jake think they are, they kind of know like Esau is the one you really don't want to fuck with. And I ain't talking about your regular punk.
We're talking about the most Christians, right?
Yeah. They ain't trying that, man.
Blood, and for the violence of a land, of a city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth, and evil covetousness to his house, and he may set his nest on high.
And that's what it's all about. Esau don't have swords to defend himself. That's a lie. Esau don't believe in self-defense. You know, that's why they changed the name from the Ministry of War. It was Edward Bernays, and he was a major demon. That dude was the ultimate. He's a legend when it comes to PR. He's the one that helped sell cigarettes to women and all that.
We just mentioned it.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you? Edward Bernays. He was a don when it comes to witchcraft, manipulating the minds of the sheep. And he said, yeah, what we doing? Change the name from Ministry of War to Ministry of Defense. Oh yeah, Britain, they got a Secretary of Defense. What are they defending? If you're sending your military outside of your border, tell you what defense is, yeah? Defense is when you defend your border. Like when a guy comes to your border and your army sets out his stall in a line and say you can't cross that, that's called defense. Even in NFL, when they put the defense on, the defense is playing defense. they ain't deep. They're playing defense. Even you play football. Where the defenders at? The defenders is at the goal. The defender ain't up playing the whole game up on net man's.
Being a
He'll
winger
be a striker.
Only if he's David Luiz. Only if he's David Luiz.
This is taking back to land now.
That guy
So the
just
goal would be the land
Fucking
that you occupy.
taking
So
on
you
6
defend
players,
that.
gun
They ain't got America ain't got no walls.
That guy's joking.
They ain't got no castles and nothing. But they got military bases spread out throughout the world though. Because it's all about offense. It's the ability to bully. To say, look, you do what I want, do what I say, you give me what I want,
The
or you're
midfielder,
gonna get this.
yeah, sorry.
The ultimate gangsterism. That's what Esau is, the ultimate gangster
He's
on a
got a
whole
mind of him.
different
That's why he
level.
can play there.
While Jake is kind of
not a defender.
gangsterism about
Yeah,
these little petty things,
Definitely.
Esau's
Bro.
gangsterism about whole lands. You know? That's why ain't nobody concerned about Jake, man. Like, you already think Putin and these guys and these top Edomites in the world sit there worrying about this gang, the blood gang. Oh, they don't worry though. They're like, what? If we wanted to, these guys would all disappear overnight. We take these dudes out. Like, what? They run out of bullets. They ain't ready for no war. We own the bullet factories. We make the bullets that they're using. We make the guns that they're using. If they want a gun, they don't invent guns. They don't make guns. We make the guns. They get the guns we want them to have. We keep the good shit for ourselves, man. Hey, look, nigga, have that. Go shoot yourself. And don't you dare ever turn that shit on me. Or I send in some Black Ops. Esau's got what's known as Black Ops teams, man. Trained killers on drugs that don't even remember the mission.
Yeah, like Jason Bourne.
Fuck,
Jason
man.
Bourne and that.
Jason Bourne ass motherfuckers, man. Guys that'll just come through and do some real, they call it wet work. So that's why they're not worried about you. Trained killers, they train too. One in the head, two in the chest, and then moving out, man. Not you niggas that's running around like you might. I see one video the dude
Shooting
popped off
Dotty
the
and all
AK
that. Shooting the
and he hit
side.
everything else
Dotty
but the
and-
target. Just, you know?
Don't know how to hold it.
They was spraying off the AK. Granny was getting liver shot and the window was busted out. The nigga that he was shooting at was just like, you think them Black Ops team? Oh, come on, man.
2 to the head and 1.5.
God, man. But that shows you that the reality is that Esau, he's the one that's in rulership. He's the one that's in control. He run London. You got the niggas coming up on social media talking about how they run. I'm the king of New York. Nigga, are you crazy? You ain't the king of New York. Go down. Why don't you go down to your local precinct and stick a dick on the table, man? Them niggas will slap your head off the fucking table and put you in the slammer, man. Talking about you've been in jail, but you're the king of New York. How? If you're the king of New York, you put people in jail. You don't get put in jail. Chill out, man. Yo, man, show me your side. Man, look at the real. Check it. I'll tell you later, man. I ain't want to say that camera. Go on. Right? So that shows you that really we're still low, we're still in captivity, man. And Jake need to wake up to that reality, man. But they're too busy ego tripping. Jake got more ego than substance, man. And that's going to be the downfall of a lot of Jake. But the Lord is going to use the time of Jacob's trouble. Let's get that Jeremiah. In the time of Jacob's trouble, a lot of these Jake that got these super high inflated egos, man, the Lord's going to use Esau to just wipe them out. They're going to get killed. They're going to get slain like lambs to the slaughter, man. Riddled with bullets. A lot of these blocks that they're repping that they claim are so hard are going to get depopulated, man. Them blocks are going to be turned into graveyards. Right? Jeremiah. Nigga be talking about I'm the king of New York. Oh, I'm running this, I'm running that. You ain't running shit, man. You running from the police. That's right.
This is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas!
Go down Buckingham Palace, roll up on Buckingham Palace, and just rob it.
Well, you had a nigga try to do that shit.
Yo, if you really that hard, you're the don in London, you're running things. Why don't you just take you and your boys, go down to Buckingham Palace, let man know who you are, what time it is.
You won't even make it into the.
You won't even be on the news. You probably won't even be on the news, man. You know how when you just swat a flies.
What's that what they call that shit? When they wipe out your brain.
Lobotomize.
They lobotomize you, man. Have you work in a factory making bullets or some shit, man?
Niggas will be reformed.
Men in black shit,
Yeah, but it's true though. You think about the reality of the situation. Like Esau is the one that's really running London, running New York, he runs all the criminal stuff. They still bow down to Esau. Esau is the head of all criminality. And if you don't understand that, then I don't know what to say to you. If it was the case, then you'd take over. You know, if you were so gangster, then you would be sitting in number 10 Downing Street, making the laws, got everyone paying tax. You wouldn't be hiding and ducking and diving and jumping over fences, man. Sticking drugs up your backside. You think them high-level Edomites that's moving drugs with well, they might do it for recreational purposes. This crack is crazy, man. Cool, man. Yeah, but anyway, you know.
Jeremiah 37. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
Yep.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, the time of Jacob's trouble is going to have the race wars, all of that. All of that goodness is going to be put into one. And a lot of you ego-tripping Negroes, you superhuman dudes, you